guys, it's Lauren. How are you doing? I hope you're having a good day. It's kind of been really crappy up here in eastern Kentucky. So for this video, I want to talk about the importance of being kind to autistic people. So I've experienced a lot of emotional trauma as a result of me being on the autism spectrum. And over the years, I've learned, based on my experiences, how the autistic mind works, and also on what I've read about autism. It's very important that you treat autistic people with respect to them. It doesn't matter how you feel. Growing up, I didn't really have a lot of close friends. My mom says that she didn't feel like that I show people that I wanted to make friends. That was not true at all, because I didn't know how to show that I wanted to make friends. When I was younger, I was taught how to be polite to people, and if you don't do what society says is polite, then it's almost like you're taught to have hurt feelings whether you do or not. I disagree with that. I pretty much stayed alone half the time because I was not willing to potentially hurt someone's feelings. But at the end of the day, you have to be willing to step up and advocate for yourself and be confident enough to sometimes ask yourself. With autism, anytime that you say something negative to someone, it can be hurtful. There are people that are considered negative thinkers on the autism spectrum, and it's more like they're thinking negative, but when that's not the reality of it, what they are feeling is stuff that they can remember that a normal person will be able to filter out and not remember. They can remember details of an event more specifically than a normal person would, and that can be a good thing and it can be a bad thing. But what that does is it causes you to remember both unpleasant and pleasant events that can over time cause low self-esteem. And how do we deal with that? You can't really deal with it because it's hard to deal with. Actually, for families of people on the autism spectrum, I am going to suggest to not only be kind to someone on the autism spectrum, but you have to learn how their mind works. Because if you don't learn how their mind works, then you're never ever going to be able to help them. And I would also strongly suggest not pushing social expectations on them so much, and let go if they make a social error, because at the end of the day, it's really no big deal. Because I have seen normal everyday people be mean to someone out of frustration, and words can hurt worse than what you can ever imagine for someone on the autism spectrum. And when they have meltdowns, they are not trying to get your attention. They are hurting emotionally. No one ever knows what is going through their mind unless it's someone else that is diagnosed on the spectrum. So, hey guys, there is something else that I want to share. In addition to being kindness, my nephew got his feelings hurt by one of my cousins one time when it was last fall, when we went to visit them, and we went out one day to a Christmas museum. He's not autistic. He's a very social little boy. He does a lot of good things. I want to commend him for it. At that time, he had been going through a lot. My sister was having some health issues, and my brother-in-law was going through some issues of his own, and they were going through some personal issues in their relationship, and I didn't understand the full situation. When he said that no one there was nice to him, the reality is that one of my cousins, she had her son, who was like a little over a year old at the time, there with us, and was pregnant with her second son at the time. And I didn't hear it, but she said something really hurtful to my nephew, and he wasn't even doing anything to her. He wasn't even bothering anybody. He wasn't saying anything negative to anybody. He was just being a kid and he was playing. If he would have been treating somebody rude, that would have been a different story. And I don't feel like she had any right to say anything. She could have at least apologized after she said something. That is a good example where people can get stressed and snippy with someone out of their own frustration. And I care about people that are autistic too. At the end of the story, if you want someone with autism to learn social skills, you have to treat them with respect at all times, because they're more vulnerable to depression and anxiety than a normal person is. Thanks for listening, guys, and I hope to upload more. Bye.